Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Tyson Fury has come out and addressed the ridiculousness that is the so-called Glovegate scandal around his fight with Deontay Wilder, the rematch and also the first fight, because there are allegations that the gloves were doctored or tampered with for both fights. But first, let's get to Tyson Fury and the statement that he's made on social media.
This is just a quick video to address all this foul play talk from Deontay Wilder and his team. I just read an article before saying that I might have had some blunt objects in my gloves. Yeah, two big 19 stone 7, 275 pound destroyers in each glove. So yeah, getting punched up the temple may do that to you. But you know, not unless Deontay Wilder's own trainer Jay Diaz was in on a conspiracy as well, along with all the Las Vegas State Commission guys who never left the room. Jay Diaz was in the room while I had my hands wrapped. He examined them. He was in there when I had my gloves put on, examined them. Yeah, and everybody else was in the room. They don't leave you. We all know this. So everybody citing foul play, bullshit. And the next time, I'll put a dent in his boxing career, end it, because it'll be 2 knockout losses in a row, bye-bye forever.
Tyson Fury's statement there. Now, there's a few things to unpack with that, but also Deontay Wilder's brother, Marcellos Wilder, he has come out with his own statement, saying that Deontay Wilder has a dent in his head, and he's implied that it could have only come from Tyson Fury. In the rematch, Deontay Wilder obviously dropped a couple of times in that fight, ultimately battered over the course of 7 rounds, lost the rematch to Tyson Fury. And this is where I just want to sort of set the scene here, because there is a number of fans, and this whole conspiracy about Glovegate has been driven by Deontay Wilder's very hardcore and sometimes desperate fans who need to make some sort of excuse for the reason that their fighter, their hero, their king, lost to Tyson Fury. And I haven't really done much on this issue because I haven't wanted to give any oxygen to the situation, because, frankly, it's ridiculous. The excuses have been just completely woeful, inadequate. It is honestly searching for anything and everything and then trying to, ram a square peg into a round hole. Honestly, the excuses were ridiculous from Deontay Wilder in the aftermath of the fight, but these fan excuses regarding Glovegate are even worse. They are so bad it's just not funny, or it is funny because it is so bad, I should say. It really is a joke. I mean, some of these idiots cannot even get their story straight. What is it? Did Tyson Fury take padding out of his gloves, or did he put something into his gloves and load them? Because they can't seem to keep their story straight about what's happened here regarding these theories as to why Deontay Wilder lost and that Tyson Fury had managed to doctor his gloves. And remembering what Fury just said there, if he did, that would mean that JD's, Deontay Wilder's long-time trainer, the guy who's been with him since the beginning, was in on it. Come on now. Don't be ridiculous. So what we have is Tyson Fury for both fights, and I'll cover this because I'm not intending to do any more videos on this unless there is actual, Fury or other players involved actually come out and say something. Because previously it's just been a bunch of clowns on YouTube channels saying all manner of things, and if you're so gullible as to accept what they're saying, and remembering these guys are doing video after video, they're trying to make money. Also trying to, make Deontay Wilder, also trying to make out like Deontay Wilder is an unbeatable fighter. As we know, any heavyweight can be beaten. And a lot of these guys in the heavyweight division, at the top end of the division, are flawed. They can be beaten. Tyson Fury, he can be beaten. He probably at some point will be beaten. But Deontay Wilder, as we know, was a flawed fighter to begin with, a big right hand and not much else. So why is it so hard for people to accept that Tyson Fury went in there and beat him up and did it legally? And remembering the stuff around the first fight and the gloves, it didn't emerge until after the second fight. People are really reaching and desperate. But getting back to some of what Tyson Fury was saying, so JD's would actually have to be part of the conspiracy regarding Glovegate. So you were saying Deontay Wilder's trainer was in on it. And then you have, for both fights, you have strict protocols in place regarding the wrapping of the hands, and then you also have the gloves being put on, which was inspected by JD's as the representative for Deontay Wilder, a guy who's been with Deontay Wilder since Wilder walked into a gym at 19 years old. So they've been together for 15 years now, or whatever it is. It's something like that. So apparently all of a sudden he's gone turncoat and is now with Tyson Fury. Because that's what Deontay Wilder's ridiculous, fanboys are saying when they say that the gloves were loaded or tampered with. And remembering, the Nevada State Athletic Commission was there for all the process, right from the hand wraps being done to the gloves being put on. But coming back to some of the ridiculousness of this whole situation, we've had, the litany of excuses from Wilder himself after the fight, which isn't regarding the gloves, but it was everything but. But then you have Tyson Fury's hand was supposedly lower in the glove, and now there's no padding, and now we're hearing from Marcellus Wilder that there had to have been something in Tyson Fury's gloves. So what is it? Was the padding taken out, or was the gloves loaded? People can't get their story straight on this, and they're just trying to ram ridiculous bits of information to try fit certain narratives. It really is sad and pathetic, and don't be so gullible to accept that absolute dross. People are actually hurting Deontay Wilder's legacy, and they don't even realize it. Because those people who can't accept what's happened and are really sort of going in and talking about Tyson Fury having cheated and so badly and coming up with 1,001 different things, including photoshopped images. Some people are so desperate and pathetic that they're coming up with photoshopped images which are being debunked. All this stuff about the gloves has been debunked. And if you don't believe me, do some research, because it is all there. Fighters, all manner of different people in the boxing industry have debunked every single piece of fan theory that has come out. And if you're so gullible as to still accept it and think that he has actually been cheating, and that JD's, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, even the referee in people didn't even start talking about this till well after the fight. It wasn't in the first week or two, it was weeks later. So no one saw something straight away that sort of raised a flag to go, something's wrong here. No one said anything in the immediate aftermath. So it is just desperate and pathetic, as is the Marcellos Wilder message, which came up on his Instagram. We'll go through that now. He says, it's crazy when you great, they got to do everything that's underneath real to figure out how to stop you. And the most wicked shit about is people on your own team will do anything for the hate money to help them ops take you down. So what's he saying there? Who is he saying helped Tyson Fury there? Is he alluding to JD's or something? Because, it can only be that, right? It was discovered by doctors that my brother has a dent in the side of his head due to a blunt object struck against his head from his last fight. No glove or fist was able to cause the damage according to the autopsy. The autopsy. The guy is clearly a complete muppet. You only have an autopsy if you've actually died. So hopefully Deontay Wilder is alive and well, because if not, then Marcellus Wilder is telling us that he is dead because he's had an autopsy. But honestly, this stuff from Marcellus Wilder, this is where it crosses to a new level, because it had just been ridiculous fan theory that had been coming out before. Now it is actually a member of Team Wilder, and he is alleging from what is there that Tyson Fury must have had something in his gloves, and he was hit by Tyson Fury with a loaded glove in that last fight. But that doesn't seem to gel with all the other fan theory that had been going around, with Tyson Fury supposedly either having his hand down his glove or having had padding taken out. People just can't seem to make up their mind about what ridiculous theory that they're trying to push to make out that Deontay Wilder had lost because of nefarious reasons. The guy lost because he wasn't the better fighter on the night. Sure, he may have had an off night or whatever. Maybe the costume, the ridiculous 40-pound costume, did weaken his legs. But whatever the case, he lost that fight. He wasn't the better man. He got battered and taken out in 7 rounds. And Marcellus Wilder has actually sort of implicated Team Wilder in this ridiculousness. Remembering, Deontay Wilder has not said anything regarding the gloves, and until this point, his team and other members hadn't addressed some of the ridiculous fan theory. But this from Marcellus Wilder does actually ratchet things up a bit. And this is why Tyson Fury has responded, because it's got to a level of ridiculousness now that he had to actually say something. And I think for a lot of people, This is actually devaluing that previous fight, devaluing Deontay Wilder's legacy because his fans can't accept that he lost. It really is just pathetic. And the fact so many people have started to believe this stuff is ridiculous. But part of that is because there was no response coming from the other side. It was all one-way traffic. But that's because it wasn't being entertained, because it was just complete BS. From start to finish, the fan theory, all that ridiculousness, it was just complete crap. This is why no one was talking about it from Tyson Fury's side, because it was just sad and pathetic. It still is. But because Team Wilder through Marcellus Wilder has ratcheted it up another level, Tyson Fury has felt he's had to come out. But what do you make of this? And if someone wants to say, Boxing Squared, wake up, see what's happened. No, you wake up. Because you are being deluded and so gullible to believe all this absolute crap. Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Boxing_squared. I'm out.